or should I say good evening and good morning, depending on what part of the world you're in. Yeah, a bit of a different one for me. I don't usually stream at this time of, night for me. But yeah, some different stuff going on at the moment where I've got a bit more free time than I usually have. Obviously, I streamed a bit earlier today or your last night if you're in America there. And I'm just, yeah, I really enjoy doing this, and why not? Why the hell not? And I do know that there are a few people in Australia like I am and other places where they can't make my usual streams because they're working. So hopefully this bit of a different time, maybe some people that usually want to jump into the stream and can join. And if you're some of the usual ones, which I can see in here, welcome to you too. Yeah, so look, just today or tonight or tell you what, the time zones really muck me around. But in this stream, we are going to listen to Catfish Therapy and Monkey Love. Which is, I really enjoy this call, and I hope you will too. So I just wanted to say g'day to everyone who's in the chat so far. So Winnie's boyfriend / husband, g'day and welcome. Double hambubka, no pickles. I see that you're off to bed, so great to see you for the short amount of time you're here. Not a whole lot. I'm glad that you're here for it, mate. So Dakota, great to see you. And yeah, I agree, they are the cleanest pleasure. And Kathy Mac, always a pleasure to see you, as it is, ma'am, yes ma'am. I do love this song. I'm a big Stevie Nicks fan. I mean, I love Fleetwood Mac, until they completely fucked up the band by getting rid of Lindsey Buckingham. But I'll always love Stevie Nicks. She's a precious princess. Chuck Norris is my uncle. G'day to you, sir. And Chuck Norris doesn't take any prisoners, mate. So I will I'll stay on your uncle's good side there. Cthulhu Ham Luke, Gwen's Ham Cube Casserole. Good morning or good evening to you, and James Dean. Hello to everyone. So I won't talk for much longer before we get into this call, because I know it's either late for people or it's early for people and they're either at work or needing to get to work. But I just wanted to thank Evil Little McNuggets, who sent me this picture that's the stream art. So that's sad little Lordy there. I'm not an 87. But you clearly are, mate. So yeah, let's do it, hey? So, as I said, Catfish Therapy and Monkey Love. So, we've got a Tiffany call, which is always good fun.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Didn't hear me say hello, my beautiful woman?
No, I didn't. I think you broke up a little bit. Yeah, it's always weird whenever I call you. I think sometimes the connection's bad.
I think it takes a minute, I think. Takes a few seconds.
Yeah,
But then,
exactly.
next time I'll have to wait a few seconds before I say it.
Right. Yeah, that might be a good idea.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm just getting back from lunch.
His small talk is just so fucking irritating. 30 seconds there to say essentially nothing.
Getting back from lunch, what'd you have?
And Winnie's boyfriend / husband, you are right. Tiffany is Casey in this call. And I reckon the only way you can tell the difference between Casey and Debbie is that, Casey for most of the call feigns like she likes him, and so, maybe her voice is a little perkier but Debbie's just straight to the, take no shit, fuck you, Lorne, I hate you, which I enjoy both versions, to be honest.
I am filling a pot full of water.
Oh, okay. That sounds good.
It's
always fun.
Now, what are you doing? What do you have?
I just had I had a smoothie bowl, but they fixed it up in a little bit of a different way. Just a bunch of fruit. You know what a smoothie is?
Oh, a fruit smoothie, yeah. I do.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah, so they put it in a bowl, and then they put like a bunch of seeds in it and stuff. It's really, really good.
Yeah, I like fruit smoothies.
Yeah.
I
saw your
really,
video.
really
I
good.
remember when you made it.
Yeah, that's right. When his boyfriend / husband taking me boots off. That's what nearly all of his calls start in, that kind of taking my boots off shit. Like, just crap that you don't need to say. No one wants to hear it. If someone calls you up, they don't want to hear you just going about your day. Like, have enough respect to just talk to them. But he's got nothing going on in his life. I don't know how they talk to him for so long.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you put a lot of...
G'day, Dan Jones.
Get the idea from?
Yep, I took it right from your video.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
I really fucking hope you didn't, Casey. I hope you didn't make that monstrosity that he made when he was making his whoosh.
Yeah,
I love fruit smoothies. They're awesome.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Okay, tell me about the therapist.
It was interesting. Therapy is not easy, so it wasn't very comfortable to sit there and have to talk about.
And start talking about your stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically today, it was the first like real appointment that I had. Her name is Michelle.
G'day, Sting.
So in case I say Michelle instead of my therapist, that's who I'm talking about. And she was very, very nice. She's really smart. And we talked a lot about you, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we just...
Did I ask you?
I wouldn't, Lorne.
You can dare if you want to. I don't know if you're gonna really enjoy hearing all about it, but I would like to fill you in. If that's okay.
Well, fill me in then.
Okay.
You fill me in, and I'll fill you up.
Oh, nice. So, yeah,
I mean, not only is that gross, but she's about to tell him about what she's been discussing in therapy. She's already said, it's difficult and that, and he has to throw that shit in. And yes, with his boyfriend / husband, this is the power couple known as Bruss. You guys have probably heard of them. They're pretty famous. And g'day, Mazoob Osman.
Basically, it just kind of started, she's saying, how you doing? I say, good, and you? And the whole, back and forth, just a little bit of conversation at first. And then she was asking me, she knows I have kids, and so we were just talking about them. And then
Chuck Norris is my uncle asked, I wonder if she's talking to Barry. Good question. And, following on from the stream earlier today, it's like a double therapist day for me here. So it would be funny if it was Barry.
She asked if I had anyone in my life, and I told her, I'm going to be getting a divorce. And then I just mentioned you. I said, well, as a matter of fact, I do have a new man in my life. And it's only been a couple of weeks.
She has a new guy.
That's where things kind of went off the rails a little bit.
I can imagine what her facial expression was.
Yeah, there was definitely.
Dan Jones, I think the only time he really said anything about her kids was when on the TSA call, like she says basically, I'm not going anywhere without my kids, so he mentioned them then. And then another call when he was trying to get her away from fucking Paul, he basically tried to use them as to guilt trip her to say, you need to get your kids away from him. Like everything with Lorne, it's only to his advantage that he cares about things.
Definitely, there was definitely a lot of questions.
Chuck Norris is my uncle. Yes, he did want her to get an abortion. And potentially in the Christmas stream I'm doing tomorrow, depending how the votes go, potentially we will be doing that call which it's pretty fucked, to be honest. But hey, any Lorne anything with Lorne involved is pretty fucked, so shouldn't be surprised.
And, well, she doesn't know a whole lot. But what she does know, she's kind of uncomfortable with. So I think that when I go through the rest of my sessions and stuff and we talk a little bit more, maybe she'll come around. But right now...
Yeah, absolutely. He doesn't even know Danjo because he doesn't care. Like, he's got no interest in what... Like, in this case, Casey, he's got no interest in anything to do with her except for how it pertains to him. All he cares about knowing about Casey is that she's not fucking any other guys and that she's going to trot her ass down to Maine so he can do the disgusting shit he wants to do with her for the rest of their life.
Well, she is absolutely not thrilled. So,
Well, once she hears more, I think she'll probably come around because she probably doesn't know that I'm the one that told you to go to therapy, right?
No, she doesn't. She doesn't know that. But just, the stuff that we were talking about, she specifically said that right now you're a clear and present danger in my life. When it comes to my kids.
That I'm what?
Clear and present danger. Those were the words.
Clear and present. Yeah.
Yeah, that you're dangerous.
Yeah.
So, what is that? Hello? Hello?
Dave, can you hear me?
Now I can.
Maybe.
Okay.
Jeez.
Well, we got cut off. Was it your end or was it my end?
I have no idea. Whose end it was. I have no idea whose end it was.
G'day, Big Shana or Shanna. I haven't seen that username before, so welcome. And 100%, yeah, one Big Shana says one of the most annoying Lorneisms for me is when he happy laughs like, oh. I completely agree. That pisses me off too. Whenever he's happy, when Lorne's happy, I'm not happy, essentially. And just, it's the kind of that oh-ho thing he does is, right up there with his giddy laugh and all that kind of stuff. I just, and why is he doing this laugh in this, this section anyway? Like, she's basically just said, my therapist is telling me you're a very dangerous person and I need to get away from you. And it's like, I'm sure once she finds out more, she'll come around. Really, Lorne? At what point, in your story is the therapist going to come around to thinking you're okay? Is it when she finds out that you ripped off the elderly couple for $30,000? Is it when she finds out more about how you plan to kidnap and molest Kayla? Is it when she finds out about the MySpace girl that who was the real girl who actually showed yourself to, had her show herself to you, and tried to meet? Is that when she's going to come around and realise that you're a good guy?
But I was frantically trying to call you.
I tried calling you back and it rang twice and then it hung up on me.
G'day, old G, and the ghost of Tony Farmer. Great to have you both here. We're listening to your boy, Tony.
I think that's what was
maybe
happening.
It might be the spot that I'm in, too.
Yeah, it could be.
And good morning, Craigo. Great to see you.
So...
You're going to have to drive your house to another yard.
I just won't sit in that spot. On days like today, cloudy days, I won't sit in that spot.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
So
now,
Miss Michelle.
So do I seem like a clear and present danger to you?
Well, not at the moment. You're not yelling at me right now.
Well, I don't want to yell at you. I love you. I don't want to yell at you.
Okay, well, I'll remember that, and I'll remember to say that the next time you yell at me.
Oh,
so funny. Let's all laugh together about how I verbally abuse you constantly, Casey. G'day, Pam Simpson.
Smart ass.
So yeah, we just kind of talked about you, and obviously she knows about the show. She watched it. She remembers when it was on, and she does remember you actually, which I think is funny. Said, I remember him too. I think a lot of people are.
Okay, Big Shayna. Thank you. I now know how to pronounce that. And Big Shayna says he usually listens to the recorded streams. Yeah, look, and because usually, obviously, when I stream, doesn't suit when you can jump on, which is one of the reasons I wanted to do this stream. Tonight for me, morning for some other people. Outside of the time I usually stream for people that might listen to the recordings and that, but actually want to jump on a stream. So I hope this is good.
The same.
Why does everybody remember me?
Because you're a hottie.
Gross.
That has to be the only reason, right?
And hats off to Tiffany in this case, and all the catfish when they have to do the sucky up shit to Lorne. It must be hard as fuck to do. In all honesty, I don't think I could do it. Like, I know on the last stream that Tiffany was on with me. There was a bit of a discussion about if people could, catfish Lorne, and I said quite convincing. Like, I'm quite convinced that I couldn't, because I couldn't do this kind of stuff. But as Tiffany said, we'd probably, everyone who thinks they couldn't do it probably would be surprised, because you just put yourself in the zone, and ultimately any niceness that you're being to him is to get confessions or content or whatever out of him. So probably in that respect, but still it must be fucking hard to have to talk to this piece of shit and say stuff like, oh, you're a hottie and that, because nah, not even.
Hey.
I would hope so. Oh, good Lord.
Did other people say that to you too? Or was I the only one that
said that? No, Tony said it, and the foreman at work, he said it. A couple other people said it to me.
She was very interested in how you got there. And I said, well, it sounds kind of bad. I told her the details about Kayla, the character, how there was webcam footage and stuff, and that's, where that came from, those pictures. You said you didn't want to be there, that you didn't mean to go. And she said that wasn't true, that you absolutely did want to go.
She sounds pretty switched on, this therapist. I've never met her, but she's pretty on the money. And g'day, my name is 22. I'm Adriana years old. Still love that username. And Kathy Mac, yes, it probably is pretty strange seeing me on at this time of day. It's a bit strange streaming at this time of day, I must say, but I do enjoy it. And Dan Jones, it is the 20th right now in Australia, so it's like about nearly 10 o'clock at night on the 20th over here.
You intentionally drove there to meet Kayla.
Good morning, VA Hoss. Okay, so 6:53 here in Virginia. I am really interested in what time it is for everyone, because I know obviously in the US now it is the morning, but I know in different parts of the US it's going to be different times. In fact, if everyone, if you don't mind humouring me, if you can just whack in what time it is where you are right now, I would find that very interesting.
And her parents weren't home, and that most of the time, and she even, was bringing up some of the other predators too, that the one common denominator that everyone had was that there was a child at home alone, and that their parents weren't there, they didn't know about it, and that it was a really dangerous situation. And she said that you created that situation just like all the other guys did.
I'm not going to disagree with her on that. What I am going to disagree with her on is that it's her saying that I did want to go and that I did want to be there, because she doesn't know what happened to me to bring me to that point where I even tell what I thought was a 13-year-old girl.
Well, I did make mention of that. I did raise the question to get a little bit more detail. I knew that when I talked to you about it, you would want to know. So I just basically asked her, for some more details of what she was thinking, of her opinion. And she said that nobody ever does anything that they don't want to do. And it's not always a positive thing. People, she gave the example of, people going to work, or there's a million examples of things that you don't want to do, but there's an ultimate payoff in everything. But when something is of your own power, you absolutely are doing it because you want to. There's some kind of a payoff.
Yeah, but not everything is of your own power. When people are vulnerable.
I'm just going to pause it there for a second because Lorne's about to start pissing me off, and I'm in a really good mood tonight because I'm with all you awesome people. So let's just pause the frustration for a second. And look, thank you. I've just been reading through the different times there, so thank you for humouring me with that, guys. Like I do find all that very, very interesting. And just looking there, it's kind of ranges about 3 to 4 hours difference throughout the US there in time. And so 3:43 a.m. Kathy Mac, you are up early, my friend. Is that fairly usual for you? Is that like kind of the time you got to get up to go to work or something? Because I don't think I've seen 3:53 very often in my life. I usually get up at around 5, so that sounds very early to me.
At that point in their life, it's not hard to talk people into doing things.
She basically was also saying that, because I told her that you were going through a lot of stuff, and that you were.
And g'day, Carlito, and not hard enough, mate. I didn't fight hard enough.
You had some things happen to you with your family. You were disappointed. There were some circumstances that.
Hello, Kat G. Great to see you. And okay, so that makes sense, Kathy Mack. Yeah, that's always frustrating. Insomnia. I've had kind of periods of it in my life. Fortunately, the last few years, my sleep patterns have been very good. But I can definitely empathise with you there. So hopefully us banging on gives at least some entertainment in your awake hours. And g'day, Nick Joel.
Brought you over to Nashville that weren't the best, and you were kind of disgusted with everything, and you took off. She was saying that, people always are going to experience things. Everyone has baggage, but the big deal is what happens now. And so that would have been your circumstances when you were over in Nashville, asking yourself, what happens now? What am I going to do? And she said that, people do get messed up at the time. And because I did tell her that was your kind of your way of defining how you were feeling.
Your catchphrase, if you will, Lord.
And why you were in the position that you were in. One of the things that she said is that when people are messed up at the time, they act out in different ways. So that could mean that people start drinking, or they do drugs, or they start slacking off at work. They're not themselves, like going to the gym or taking care of themselves. Acting out in a sexually deviant way does not have something to do with being messed up at the time. It has something to do with being messed up all the time.
And that's where I disagree with her. As a matter of fact, my therapist would disagree with her too.
Okay.
Bullshit. You would have to engage with your therapist for her to agree or disagree with something, and it's not up to you to disagree with Casey's therapist. You don't get to give your opinion on everything, and of course you're going to disagree because she is not painting you in a good light, and you have no accountability. So it's never going to be a case where Casey's therapist has said that and you're going to say, yeah, you know what, she's right, I did do an awful thing, and I need to work hard to make sure I don't do that again. And g'day, YouTube bot. Hi, honey.
Well, my therapist told me all straight that she could see that I wasn't, that wasn't my thought process the whole time.
What wasn't your thought process?
Thinking about being with somebody underage.
Okay. Well,
because the whole time I had with my therapist, I had a hard time even talking about it because I was so upset with myself.
Mm-hmm.
She literally she literally had to drag it out of me, and it took a long time for her to drag it out of me. Then when she finally drug it out of me, I just broke down and started bawling.
What made you start to cry?
Just thinking about the whole thing. How it affected my life and how it affected my mom, and how it wasn't something I wanted to do to begin with. And
so you started crying about how it affected you and how it affected your mum. Not about the children that you were trying to molest, and thinking about what could have happened if you had actually managed to physically assault them, or thinking about, especially with my Space Girl, the very real damage that you did to her by showing her your disgusting fucking dead bird penis or anything like that. You didn't cry for that, you just cried for how it affected you and your family. Great stuff, Lorne. And good morning, Yarn Queen.
She's the one that made me realize what the whole problem was because I was so upset about people that I idolized using me the way that they did. And that's what affected my whole thought process. So I didn't feel like anybody cared, and I wound up latching on to the first person that showed any kind of care to me.
Well, I know that you were going out, right? You were going out to the karaoke bars and stuff. You were having sex with random women.
Yep.
So why not latch on to one of them?
I don't know. Probably because that wasn't.
Probably because you weren't attracted to them, because they weren't kids. Do you think that's the real answer, Lorne?
Somebody I could sit down and talk with that was just a night of sex from the bar.
How many women did you hook up with while you were down there?
2.
Oh, only 2?
Only 2.
Oh, shit.
Did you ever see them again? Or was it just one time?
Just at the bar, just as friends.
Oh, okay.
And that was just because they weren't somebody that I could sit down and talk to.
The only way he hooked up with 2 women in Nashville, if one of their name was right hand and the other one was left hand.
And while I'm actually thinking about things, because it's not, when you first
the Hand Sisters.
Meet somebody, you don't want to pour your guts out to them about everything, and
you just want to shoot your cum, right?
Yeah.
So did you take them back to your place or something? Because I know Bud was there.
Did I what?
Did you take them back to your place?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So you guys were rolling around on the floor?
Oh, my air mattress.
Oh, you had an air mattress?
Actually, yeah. The first one. That only lasted through the first one. Through the first.
You guys were rocking it really hard. You popped it.
Yeah, I couldn't get the air to stay in the air mattress after that. And the electric pump on it in the middle of the night, I'd have to keep pumping it up.
Oh, while she was on it?
Yeah, it was kind of funny.
That is pretty funny. That's interesting. I've never done that before.
G'day, Crocker Jones.
You ever rolled in the hay?
No, I've never rolled in the hay, and I've never been with someone where I go back to their house and there's no furniture.
You've never been in the back of a house on the outdoor furniture?
No, I've never gone.
No, she's never been to a house with no furniture.
Gone back to, if I was dating someone, go back to their place for the first time, and they're like, okay, why don't get ready for bed? Why don't you just lay down anywhere you want? I guess that's kind of you never have to worry about pushing her off, right?
Just we're gonna have to do it in more than one place, obviously.
Obviously.
How would you like to do it outside?
If the trailers are rocking.
How would you like to do it outside?
Do it outside? What about your neighbors?
Yeah.
As the way he talks here, it's just another tick in the box for he's absolutely 100% a virgin for me. Like, because he talks about sex the same way, a 12-year-old boy or a 10-year-old boy, like a really young boy that's never had sex before. It's like, oh, we're gonna fuck in the car and then we're gonna fuck outside. And we're gonna that's not reality. Like, and it just shows you he's got no experience whatsoever.
Well, they might hear something, but they won't see anything.
Exactly, Kathy Mac. Who uses the phrase "do it" anymore? Like, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it outside. Like, at least it's a step up from his usual. He's gonna stick it in you.
I hope. Well, they'll think they're in the jungle or something because I make monkey sounds, and I sound like a ghost.
Oh, they'll be laughing at that.
Oh my gosh.
We'll have to muffle you.
You'll have to muffle me? Put something in my mouth?
Yeah.
Nice. I don't mind.
Oh, shoot. Mm-hmm.
Goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you naked right now?
No, I'm not. I've got
what?
T-shirt on and boots. Yeah.
This has to be one of like the few moments he actually has clothes on that she caught him in.
I just came home and I fed the dogs and started the fire. And...
Yeah. Well, that's fascinating. When was the last time you jerked off?
All right, how did you go from that to when's the last time you jerked off?
You know how my mind is.
I know, your mind is always there.
I know. You get me like that. I've never been like that with anyone ever.
Sure, blame it all on me.
Well,
he's so fucking happy.
You have this effect on me. That's so crazy. I start, squeezing my legs together because I can feel them getting, kind of slippery down there.
They're kind of working?
Yeah, it's really working.
I'm going to suck you all.
Oh, Jesus.
Suck all your juices out of you.
It is either too late or too early for this kind of talk from Lorne.
That sounds good. So,
Tell me more about your therapist.
Oh, okay. We're gonna go back to that. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a shorter. It was only an hour, so we kind of talk about everything.
Yeah, I know. My therapist, it was hard to cover everything that I wanted to cover with my therapist.
Yeah.
All the time. So, but did what we could.
Exactly.
I can't speak for everyone. Chuck Norris is my uncle. When you said, are you the only one? I think you were referring to your earlier comment about that you've done in the car and a barn. I can't speak for the chat, but I definitely have not done that.
So we're going to do a lot of talking about you. I'm hoping that I can get her to see things.
But to be fair, I don't think I've even been in a barn. I live very much in the city. There's not a lot of barns around me, to be fair.
A little bit differently. And, we'll see what happens. I know she's going to try to change my mind about you. She's very...
See, that's not her job, though. Her job isn't to change your mind about me. It's to make you be able to see everything that is in your life and that has gone on in your life.
Right, exactly.
Kathy Mack says, I think he would be jealous of a stiff wind if it moved his woman's shirt. That wind's touching you where only I should be touching you. She
wants to, her point in therapy, and this is kind of something that she told me when I first walked in there, is that therapy is a very, very active process. So it's not something that I'm just going to walk in there, sit there for an hour. I'm going to talk to her. She's going to give me some advice or she's going to give me some insight. And then I walk out of there and go about my regular life. The whole point of this is to build a better life and to take the lessons of the things that she has to say. It's not easy to look at the things that you've done wrong or things that aren't exactly positive in your life and make changes. It's not easy. And so that's where the hard work comes in.
Very much not easy.
No, exactly. So, that's kind of what her role is. Her role is not to tell me what to do, be controlling. She says that I have enough controlling people in my life. that's not what her job is. Her job is to listen to me, to ask the
Who on earth could she be referring to when she says she's got enough controlling people in her life?
right questions to kind of get the story going, and then also to provide her professional insight and advice. I mean, that's the whole point of me being there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. See, there's a reason I wanted you to see a female therapist. And it's because I had a female therapist, and that's all I've had is female therapists. I wouldn't see a male therapist because of the fact that I know they don't have as good of insight, and they're not as gentle as what a therapist needs to be.
What a load of shit. So I'm going to call shit on a fair bit of stuff here. A, he will only see a female therapist because he thinks he will somehow be able to win them over with his, amazing stories of child molestation. And he won't see a male therapist because he's intimidated by males. That is what it comes down to. It's got nothing to do with them being gentle and that. And further to that, who says a therapist needs to be gentle? Sure, that's there might be times where that, but a therapist at times needs to be very blunt and very direct. And I'm sure that Ellie and all these other therapists have been that, but it has no effect on him. And the number one reason that he wants Casey to see a female therapist is because he is convinced in his stupid fucking rat brain that a male therapist would fuck her. Because that's exactly what professional people do, is they just throw the ethics out the window and fuck everyone in Lorne's mind.
Only a female can offer that kind of gentleness in talking.
Mm-hmm. I thought that
you may not think that you need somebody to be gentle, but you do.
I thought you wanted a female therapist because you were jealous, and that you would be jealous to have that also. Would be jealous of.
I am surprised he actually admits to it. Credit, I guess. As Kathy Mack says, she thinks he prefers female because he feels he can manipulate them because of his stunning good looks and witty repartee. I mean, he does look like Justin Timberlake, so that is a good point. And g'day, Bogmosis Jones. Up bright and early, I see. I'm actually up late. It is night time over here in good old Aussie land. But I know it's pretty early for most of you guys.
A therapist.
A male therapist, yes.
Well, what about...
Trust males.
So you don't trust yourself?
With you? Hell no.
Have a great day, Pam Simpson. Hopefully work goes well for you, and thanks for being here.
I'm going to be all over you like white on rice.
Oh, okay. Well, you can do that, but...
Yeah, exactly, Caf G and My Name is 22. Both said very similar things here, but you bang on. He's afraid of a male therapist, would call bullshit on him. And he feels he can manipulate a female therapist 110%.
I mean, not everyone's like that.
I have reason for being...
Hey YouTube bot, yes, I have been on the lull all day. Well, I was on the lull, and then I stopped and did a stream during my lunch break, and then I was straight back on the lull again, and finishing my day at it again.
Like that. I have reason for trusting females more than I do males.
Well, just so that you know. So that I know what.
The
doctor
what did he say there?
For being like that. I have reason for trusting females more than I do males.
Well, just so that you know. Just so that you know.
So that I know what.
The doctor that she's working under is a male, and I'll be meeting with him next week. It's part of the process.
With him in her or him? Just him?
Just him.
Oh, crap. How old is he?
I'm not really sure. Probably, I think they're kind of the same age. I know she is around my age. She's pretty young. I want to say maybe like 30, early 30s.
Oh, great.
Oh, God.
Okay.
How pathetic. Like, it is so pathetic the way he acts like this. Like, oh God, oh great. Like the whole passive-aggressive shit, he won't just straight come out and say he doesn't like it, but he's got a huff and puff about it and that. But this whole insistence that anything's going to happen, like he's a professional. And on top of that, how little does he trust her that he thinks like this? I mean, imagine, your wife, girlfriend, partner, whatever, boyfriend, whatever, coming home and saying, "Oh, I'm seeing a therapist today, and they're a male, or the opposite sex that they're attracted to," and going, "Oh, what? Are you serious?" Like it is so pathetic.
So here's an interesting thing. So he's a therapist. He's in a professional environment. He's there to help me. I can't avoid all males in my life. I have men in my life.
I know.
Just like you.
Nick Joel, are you meaning rage in this stream from me or rage from Lorne? Because I'm already pretty angry, so from me, potentially.
You have females in your life. Wait a minute. Just like you have females in your life, and you were telling me last time pretty adamantly not to insult your friends who are female, you're going to have...
Do you really, V.A. Hoss? You really repair lulls? That is incredible. Do you think, does it remind you of Lorne whenever you're doing it? And Chuck Norris is my uncle. Asked, what are my thoughts on maybe seeing some female predators caught on to catch a predator? Oh, look, I think it'd certainly be interesting, but I think there was one episode of Catch a Predator where I think it was a bit of like a Q&A type thing, and Chris was talking, and obviously the question had been asked, why don't they go after female predators? But as he said, it's not for want of trying. It just doesn't happen. And I think, and someone said it earlier in the stream, and sorry, I want to find who it is, because I always like to make sure I give credit to who it was. I think it might have been Dan Jones. But yeah, look, I think female predators, probably because they're not impulsive. I think it was Dan Jones said they're not impulsive like, males are. And I think that's probably fairly true. Because, there is obviously definitely female predators out there. Not in the same, nowhere near in the same amount that their males are. But, you only have to see news reports of women being caught doing stuff similar to this, but it seems to be more around if they're in a position like maybe there was a teacher, that kind of thing. But certainly it seems to be far more prevalent in males.
Have females in your life that I can't be jealous of everyone? That's what you said.
I know, baby, I know.
So then what is it? I have a male...
And g'day, Ermastonian.
Gynecologist. I'm not going to give him up.
Oh, no, snag. How old is this one?
I don't know, maybe like 35 or something. I'm not really sure.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, and there's just...
If you find a female gynecologist...
Why? Why do I have to?
You don't have to. I just
okay, so I'm
really
not going
would like to know.
So then I'm going to keep Nick as my waxer then. Nick's going to keep waxing me, right? That's okay.
No.
Why? Why?
Because.
He's doing a job.
Why do you have to have mail everything?
Why not?
Well, because you have me. I don't want
to... These are professionals. Help, therapists are helping her work through things. Her gynecologist is making sure she's healthy. And then you say, you've got me? Like as if they're also providing a service of, boyfriend, sex, whatever you're claiming that you are. Like, fuck you, Lorne. Go and fuck yourself. And on that note, g'day L8E L80ETC and also Jeremy Jaswinski.
A bunch of males seeing things that only I should see.
Well, what about my doctor? He's going to see stuff too.
He's a doctor, so he has to. Hopefully, he stays professional.
Well, if he wasn't professional, he would be in jail. That's what happens. When people act out sexually against other people, they go to jail.
Well, I know.
Mm.
The thing is, if you would be attracted to them or not, and if you would allow them to do it.
Really?
See what I'm saying?
Really? I don't have any control over myself. Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't say that.
Well, you're okay. So then you're implying it then.
No, what I'm saying is that if you were attracted to them and you wanted to, and you wanted to let them.
Yeah.
No, none of this is funny, Lorne. Absolutely none of this is funny. So stop chuckling, you little dickhead. And this whole, if you're attracted to them, you're going to let them fuck you. Like, it is just so... It goes back to, like, he's talking to Jamie Amy about when she was sexually assaulted and asking, was he hot, as if that makes any kind of difference. He just thinks that women have no control over themselves, and if a male, wants to have sex with them, as long as they're attractive, they'll just let it happen. Like, it is really infuriating.
Well, let me just tell you that putting your feet up on stirrups and having them put a speculum in and doing all kinds of swabs and tests and things like that is not exactly the sexiest environment. And by the way...
Emma Stonian, no, Lorne is absolutely not in jail. So Lorne did go back to jail after his first stint. He went back there in early 2020 for about 6 months for violating his probation for drinking and then lying about his drinking. He's since out. In terms of where he knows the whole story, yes and no. I mean, at various times during this whole saga, he's been much more aware than he lets on. And he has periods where I think he's pretty much aware of it, but he deludes himself because he doesn't want to be alone. So he would rather have this than be alone. But in terms of whether he knows the whole story, I mean, very recently, I don't believe it's actively happening anymore, but Reborn has been releasing the calls gradually on his channel, which Lorne was with Jamie Amy, played by Wine Lover, and then eventually Jamie Amy as a robot. So, that we're talking this year that was happening. So if he's aware, he's not doing anything to stop it because he's still engaging with this. I don't think he will stop.
It's not. But, maybe
I
in the
don't know. It
porno
sounds
that
pretty
you
sexy to me.
watch. Oh, yeah, it's really sexy. Yeah, it's real sexy. You're missing out. You went into the wrong...
That's fucking hilarious.
You went into the wrong career.
That's fucking funny as hell.
No, it's not. It's really not funny. None of this is funny. And, probably one of the good things out of the fact that you're such a dipshit, you're fucking 87, is that you could never have one of these jobs which will put you in these positions because you're not smart enough to even come close to it. But he is the kind of... If he was smarter than what he is, and he, was a gynecologist, was a therapist, was any of these professions, he would 100% be one of these ones that, go to jail for trying to molest their patients or, taking pictures of them without their knowledge, all that kind of shit. He is just the worst of the worst.
Exactly. So I have control over who I have sex with.
Okay, but see, it's like with Nick's waxing you.
Right.
You even told me out straight that it feels good when he puts his finger inside of you. And
goes to Tony Farmer. Does anyone know if Reborn is coming back? Look, I certainly don't, and if anyone in the chat does, please let us know. It has been a while since he's put stuff up. Unless I'm unaware, I don't particularly remember him saying he's going away or anything. But look, I certainly hope that's not the case. I love all of his stuff. He's a great dude. So hopefully he's not lost to the community.
Well,
I didn't say he
I don't want his thing. Oh, well, it's close enough. I don't want a finger in there. The only finger that should be in there is mine, unless it's for a medical reason.
Sometimes he has to get a good grip, and he just has to, you have to make sure you get it all. That's all.
That's why it's better if his sister does it.
I don't think that she knows her way around a vagina like Nick does.
Yeah, well, Nick needs to know his way around some other woman's vagina. Not my woman.
Okay. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Huh?
We'll see what happens. What do
you mean we'll see what happens?
We will. I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll talk.
This is scary behaviour. This whole basically, she can have no men in her life. She would be able to have no male friends, and this was if anyone ever went to live with Lorne, it would just extend into everything. If you went to the grocery store, make sure that you only go to a checkout that has, female checkout people. Anywhere she went, she would have to make sure. And if she happened to have any interaction with a male, it would be verbal abuse, most likely physical abuse. I mean, we've got no proof of that, but I cannot believe that the same person that screams on the phone, throws shit, smashes shit, punches and kicks doors, wouldn't be doing it to that in person. It would be an absolute nightmare. And thankfully, he's through his looks, his personality, his RSO status, all going well. No person will be in that position.
Talk about it some other time.
Okay, because would you want some woman fondling around my pecker and nuts to wax me?
I would love to see you get waxed. No bullshit.
By a female?
By anybody who's willing to sort through that jungle you have going on over there.
Well, if it happens, the only one that's going to do it is you.
Circles. I don't know how to do
it. If it happens, the only one that's going to do it is you. Well, if you're not the one that does it, it's not going to get done.
Well, if you're at my house, then Winnie can do it for you. She'll grab onto that thing and rip out your hairs down there.
Like I said, if it happens, you're the only one that's going to do it. If you don't do it, it's not going to get done.
I'm not trained. I'm just letting you know.
I'm with you. I don't want a bunch of women seeing my pecker. Just the way that I am.
You don't want a bunch of women? Oh, that's a lie. That's a lie. How many women did you show your dick to? Come on. How many women have you shown your dick to?
Well, I kind of can't help it now. It's on the internet. But they don't
I mean, on your own. On your own. I mean, I know when you were in the chat room, you had it for a moment. I don't know if it was every single day, every minute that you had it on your dick when you were talking to Kayla. But what about other women? I'm sure that she wasn't the only one that you were talking to.
No, I'm sure too. No, I've shown my dick to women. More women, but I'm with you. That was then. I'm not the same person now as what I was then.
So are you the same person you were when you were with Ramona and you tried to hook up with Michelle Simpson? That wasn't that long ago from where we are in this call, Lorne.
Now I can actually think straight.
And is it also, the kind of person you are in the not too distant future when you cheat on Winnie to be with her sister Debbie and also have phone sex with Winnie's daughter? Is that the person you are? So what person are you, Lorne? Let us know.
So I'm with you. The only one I want seeing my dick is you.
I love seeing it.
I love seeing you.
It's like stubby and curvy at the same time.
Thank you.
Oh, you're just like beautiful.
Aww. I know you've seen everything. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm happy about that too, because I really want to share everything with you.
Yeah.
More than just sexual too, because
I'll try. I can't promise.
Huh?
I said I'll try. I can't promise. That's kind of, how I am.
I know.
Yeah.
Therapy
So-
will help.
Yeah, therapy will definitely
Therapy
help.
will help a lot. And when,
Feel like she's going to want to talk.
Yeah, Branch, that is one part of the call that I'm just like, what the fuck, when he's talking about drink and think, and then because he thinks that she said drink, and then it's like, well, they rhyme, and he's like, well, the I and K rhymed, but not the first parts. Like, he doesn't even understand what a rhyme is. And good morning, C Morgul. Call your boss and tell him I have to stay home to listen to the launch stream. Thank you. All right, no worries, mate. Just put his number in the chat and I'll give him a buzz.
About you for a bit.
Him or her.
She's going to want to talk.
yeah, she probably will.
Yeah. So we'll just, I will fill you in as time goes on.
How often are you supposed to have therapy sessions?
I have to go next week. So she's making it once a week for now, but she can definitely change that as I need it. If I need to, if I need to go more often. Yeah, exactly. So
I think you should go more often. I think you should go twice a week. I did twice a week twice a month.
Oh, did you?
I was going once a month. Yeah, I was going once a month, and I changed it to twice a month, and then I changed it to once a week.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to.
Dan Jones, anyone heard just one chapter of his book? Oh my god, it tells you a lot. Are you referring to Taken Abroad? Because I have heard all of that book, and it absolutely does say a lot about him. It is essentially Lorne. It is essentially Aaron is Lorne, 100%. He and it is amazing that he writes him the way he does. And it's a shit book. Like, it's a really shit fucking book. And at times, most of the times it's funny because you're like, why did he think this was any good? But there's just some chapters which are just a shit. They fuck you off. Like, it is insulting and offending, some of the shit he says. And I still will not accept and get over the fact that he fucking reckons that one of his victims, or one of the people he is about to murder, had pity for him and felt sorry for him, rather than feeling sorry for the fact that they're about to fucking die. Fuck yourself, Lorne. And Craigo, yeah, Matt, would love to do another stream together sometime. The first one was a lot of fun, so definitely down to do some more. And g'day, Uncle Touchy.
Get through it
That's a big difference.
Get to. Yeah, it's a huge difference.
That's a big difference. Maybe they should have done 2 a day. Get through that.
Hey, no worries at all, Kat G. Thanks very much. Thanks very much for being here. So, enjoy your day. I hope you have a really good day, and go and get that breakfast for Harold. I'm sure he is probably bugging you for it. Thanks.
Melon of yours. That big.
I know. If she did 2 hours a day, I would have liked it better if I would have done 2 hours a day with her.
Oh, and Kat G, if you're still there, is that Harold in your profile pic there? If it is, he's very cute.
Well, 2 hours a week with her, or every session that I was there, make it 2 hours. Because there's just so much that needs to be covered that, while you got the stuff in your head, you want to keep talking about it and figure things out more. But
And yes, C. Morgul, there was a character in the book named Derek. In fact, Derek was his friend in the book, which makes you think he does not remember Derek, ex-Derek, at all from his whole little time with Kayla. But which is amazing, because he wrote the book in jail, and I am sure that the way that Lorne's brain works, that book was written completely linear. It wasn't the kind of book where he might go and, write a chapter further down the track and come back kind of thing. And it very much was just written kind of start to finish, because plot lines didn't make sense, because he forgot about shit. I mean, he forgot that this guy's apparently, having PTSD for a lot of it all, and having blackouts where he doesn't forget anything. All of a sudden, he's a cold-blooded killer who not only remembers killing people but enjoys it. It's fuck, why am I talking about this? But yeah, it is just so. Derek was one of the fairly early characters in it. So when he wrote this, it's probably a year at the most removed from when Derek X Derek was the bane of his existence. But then he goes and calls it one of his things in his book.
At the same time, I understand the 1 hour because then you're able to go through the week processing for stuff that you did go through in that hour.
Your mom must have been really happy that you passed.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. So did she throw you a little party or something?
Oh, right. Right, Kat G. Harold is your hubby. Oh, so that's Maynard. Oh, well, Maynard is very cute. Cool. Thanks for that. That's funny.
Or make you a pot pie? Or chicken pie, as you want? No, she didn't? That's a big deal.
Well, she made me a blackberry pie and an apple pie. And I made some molasses cookies and gave them to me. But that was before my lie detector test. Mom's always making me stuff anyway, though.
Yeah.
She desperately loves doing things for people because she's used to doing it. She did it for for more than half her life.
She should make a big, giant chicken pie so I can jump out of it. Wouldn't that be fun?
No, you just lay me down in it and let me eat away until I get to you.
It might get hot.
Surprised. Yeah, this tastes like nice pussy right here.
Fuck off.
Yikes.
No, Lorne. I do not accept you saying this stuff. And good morning, Alison K. You've arrived at an interesting part of the stream. What a weird way to join with Lorne saying this tastes like nice pussy here.
Yeah, no wonder it tastes so good. The best chicken pie I ever had. Yeah. As far as Emma, don't send her nasty messages like that. I don't know why you don't like her so much, but she's the one that got us together.
She's a threat to me.
Why is she a threat?
That should be enough to hate her.
I don't know why she's a threat to you. She's a threat to me.
Yeah, she's not a threat to you. Can we just go back, 5 minutes to what we were talking about and how jealous you were of me having a male gynecologist and talking to a male therapist? It's a little bit different.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly. And look at Emma.
But she shouldn't be a threat to you because I'm not attracted to her.
It doesn't matter. You could be.
She knows that I'm not attracted to her. I told her.
Well, you could be over
I told her she's a pretty woman, but I'm not attracted to her.
Well, I'm pissed off.
So why did you ask her for pussy pics, Lorne? And g'day, Wayne Tech 10.
She got a Lorne tattoo. She wouldn't have gotten a Lorne tattoo. Huh? She wouldn't have gotten She wouldn't have gotten a tattoo with your name if she didn't love you.
I don't know why she did that. But
hey, what part are you wanting replayed, Dan Jones, that Tiffany said? I'll go back a little bit, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll go back 30 seconds.
It doesn't matter. You could be.
She knows that I'm not attracted to her. I told her.
Well, you could be over
I told her she's a pretty woman, but I'm not attracted to her.
Well, I'm pissed off that she got a Lorne tattoo. She wouldn't have gotten a Lorne tattoo. Huh? She wouldn't have gotten She wouldn't have gotten a tattoo with your name if she didn't love you.
I don't know why she did that. She never even asked me before she did it. But I mean, not like she really has to. She can get a tattoo of anything she wants.
And those spiders. It's really creepy.
I know. Yeah, I don't like spiders.
That should tell you something.
Yeah.
I'm not you were of me having a male. She's not a threat to you. Can we just go back, 5 minutes to what we were talking about and how jealous you were of me having a male gynecologist and talking to a male therapist? It's a little bit different.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly. And look at Emma.
But she shouldn't be a threat to you because I'm not attracted to her.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
She,
You could be.
She knows that I'm not attracted to her. I told her.
Well, you
Yeah, I think I heard it then.
could be over
I told her I told her she's a pretty woman, but I'm not attracted to her.
Well, I'm pissed off that she got a Lauren tattoo. She wouldn't have gotten a Lauren tattoo. Huh? She wouldn't have gotten She wouldn't have gotten a tattoo with your name if she didn't love you.
I don't know why she did that.
Well,
yeah, but she never even asked me before she did it. But I mean, not like she really has to. She can get a tattoo of anything she wants.
And those spiders. It's really creepy.
I know. Yeah, I don't like spiders.
That should tell you something. That should definitely tell you something.
It did.
Yeah.
Told me something long ago. That and octopus.
Yeah, I told you that.
Like octopus too.
That you wanted to be friends with her and have her stay in your life instead of getting her out of our lives. You bring her closer.
Well, I need the information that she has.
Is that why you're talking to her?
Not only that now, because she has turned around and changed. She's given me the courtesy of not hitting on me, of just being my friend.
It sounded like she was hitting on you when we were on the phone all together.
Well, I think that was to get things going with you.
Oh. It just made me jealous.
She did that. No, I think that was so that she could get things loosened up between me and you.
Oh, okay.
So things weren't tense. So they didn't feel odd.
Good morning, Kelpill. How are you?
Awkward. I think that's why she did that.
Yeah.
Didn't take much for you to get loosened up on me anyway.
I know, it didn't. You just turned me on.
And g'day, Edamame. How are you? Great to see both of you guys here.
Not so much. See, I have a computer, so I can watch your videos. Yeah.
What the hell was that? What the fuck was that, Lord? So you're just trying to start something. G'day, Joshua S.
Out to have a computer. I'm not grounded.
Smart ass.
I know. Well,
yeah, my computer back soon.
Oh, really? You think so?
Yeah, but they don't want me to go on YouTube. They don't want me to go on any social media.
Well, how are you going to have your channel and make videos?
Well, my lawyer is going to be is getting involved in that also because it's really weird because I told my supervisor that I do want to do my YouTube because I like doing it. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden they came up with the rule, with this rule that I can't be on social media until after I'm done with the class. Well, my lawyer's going to get me out of going to this class all over again. These two friggin', it's actually not Maria, it's her supervisor that's doing all the stupid shit.
I have a friend named Maria. It's one of my best friends. The other one's Jessie.
I don't think it's the same Maria, though.
I love when they just feed in stuff from the chat log and stuff. Jessie.
Well, no, it's not the same one.
I have a friend named Tony.
And he never picks up on it, especially stuff like that, because he wasn't interested. I mean, you know, Kayla, probably the most thing she talked about, like the most thing she said apart from Kay and Kuhl, was talking about her friends Maria and Jessie. But that doesn't ring a bell to him because Lorne wasn't interested in that. Lorne was interested in Mr. Penis and Mr. Vagina, so it doesn't have any register in his brain. And g'day, Kingpin and Spencer Silvera.
And another one named Kevin.
I know you too. Oh, I never heard of Kevin.
Never heard of Kevin?
No.
Kevin has a girlfriend too. He's been with her for probably about 15 years.
Kelpill, 100% it's Casey. Did I say Debbie? Yes, it is definitely Casey. If I had said Debbie, it's late and I'm tired, so my bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, quite a long time. I'm surprised they haven't gotten married.
Do you guys have nicknames for each other?
Oh, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, what are they?
Yeah.
That's really cute.
Me me and Tony go back and forth all the time. We call each other.
Yes, Spencer, that is a drawing of Justin Timberlake singing his newest song that he's about to release, I'm Not an 87. G'day, Munkle Fucker. And at the bottom side of the world at the moment, it is 10:45.
All these names. We just spelled them all. Cockhead and Puss Nuts and... the hell else
Has
was
he
it?
seen your cockhead and your puff nuts? Is that why you guys call each other that?
No, Tony's called more than just me that cockhead.
Oh.
He came up with that a long time ago.
Oh. Was that when you started losing your hair?
No, I didn't even know Tony when I started losing my hair.
Oh.
I didn't even know Tony when I started losing my hair. Started losing my hair at 25 and took this long to get this much gone. Ass fuck. Tony came up with that one. Ass fuck.
Ass fuck? Oh, it sounds like
Ass
something he wants
fuck.
to do to you.
Yeah, no.
I think he might.
We did.
That's what I'm going to do.
We tell each other. We tell each other to be a good girl.
Oh.
Me and Tony are more like brothers than we are best friends.
Oh.
G'day, Cool Whip Cat. And Kelpill says that drawing perfectly shows how his face is melting. It absolutely does, like it's melting in his most recent RSO photo. So I love this this picture. And this was done by Evil Little McNuggets. So thank you again, Evil Little.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's
funny,
really nice. Yeah, it's hilarious.
You're really beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for wanting me.
Oh, I want you so bad. Do you like when I say that?
I do. I do. I'd like it even more if you were here and said that.
Mm-hmm. What happens when I say that to you?
My mind gets to turning.
It gets to turning.
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Relax.
What am I doing?
I
What are
know
we
what you're doing. Right now you're probably touching your pussy.
Oh,
aren't you?
on.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Probably no maybe about it. I know what you're doing. You're trying to give me that phone sex, and you can't do that because I can't get in trouble.
How would you get in trouble?
Because these lie detector tests that I have to take.
You don't have to take it again. You already took it.
I still have to take it again.
When?
Probably another year, probably. They're at random.
Okay, so by a year it'll wear off.
Once you're here, and then it probably won't be. Then we'll probably be able to do it because
we'll be able to
because
have
they know
phone
that
sex
I
when
was.
I'm there.
Huh?
We'll be able to have phone sex when I'm there. I'll call you.
No, I mean when you come here and then go back, then we'd probably be able to have.
And then go back again.
Cause, yeah. Because I'd not like for you to come here and stay, but for good. But the smart thing to
Straight over his head.
do is for you to come here and then go back home and then come here again.
That's going to take a lot of gas.
Huh?
That's going to take a lot of gas. To go there and back here and then back here. Oh, I'm going to take my panties off, okay?
Oh.
Like, he just doesn't pick up on anything. Like, you know, she's like, it's going to take a lot of gas to go here and back and here and back again. And he does not understand that she's referencing, you know, what he said on the phone calls at all. It is amazing how oblivious he is.
Boy.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Yeah, a good point, Kelpill. Kelpill says, I love how Lorne picks and chooses which rules he follows for probation. Phone sex against the rules, but getting drunk, A-OK. That's right, like he does this all the time. Like he's not allowed to talk to people that he hasn't verified the age of, which he does anyway, but just, you know, draws the line at phone sex. Gets drunk all the time, drives drunk, doesn't matter. But hey, you know, I haven't, you know, I don't like having phone sex, so it's all good.
Love to be there.
Can you take your pants off?
For you to be here. Behave.
I'm not going to behave. Can you take your pants off?
Ready? I'd have to take my boots off and everything else, too.
Just pull them down. You don't have to take them all the way off. Are you standing right now?
Yes.
Absolutely, Alison Kay. He's not permitted to have phone sex. He's also not allowed to be sending pictures of himself or naked or receiving photos of people, which he does as well. He doesn't really obey any laws, but he is incredibly restricted on what he can and can't do, and it's amazing that he didn't go back to jail sooner, because he pretty much ignores everything he's not allowed to do.
Okay, just drop your pants. You know.
And Roddy Beltrain, firstly, g'day. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, mate, I would any lawn comics and that you have, I'd love to feature them on the stream. So I will whack my email in the chat. So if you wanted to send anything you want put up, send through. That goes for everyone, and that'd be great.
How to take them out? Pretend you're going to bend me over the counter. You're not going to have to take off like your pants. I'm just going to want you to drop them.
Okay.
But make sure you don't turn around too quick. I don't want you to knock anything off the counter or anything like that.
Oh, I love you.
Oh, did you do it?
Yes.
Well, that doesn't, g'day, John, and that doesn't sound good. Nobody wants to be Cosby, so, if Eel Greer did that to you, that's a bit of a worry. And g'day, Lulu Bop, 19.
I did.
I'm so excited. I don't have any panties on right now, so.
There you go.
I
thought we were here.
Yeah. Me too. Oh, there's that moan that I love.
That is disgusting.
Oh, God, I want you here.
Are you hard right now?
Yeah, what do you think?
He's probably got a raging semi.
I feel like I'm saluting.
Do you have any pre-cum coming out?
You're trying to get me to do phone sex.
I'm just asking a question.
Ease up. Ease up.
Ease up. Are you not? You're not going to be able to stop, and you're just.
So he's fighting so hard not to have phone sex with Casey, but when Rhoda wants to have phone sex, no dramas. Let's do it.
Yeah. I want to imagine you standing there with your dick in your hand and just rubbing it. Yeah, because I'm thirsty. I do want you to sing, but I want you to be I want you to be just about to drop dead. You're so turned on.
G'day, Witchert. Unfortunately, I think you're right. I think he is going to shoot the white stuff, which is very disappointing. And Kelpill, so they dropped. Kelpill says that they dropped count 4, which covered him sending news to people. Like, why? I don't understand why they would drop that. Like, why would any restrictions on him be dropped? He's done nothing to try to follow the rules set out there. Surely, if anything, further restrictions should be put on. That's pretty shit.
I want you to be so turned on you're about to die.
Oh, God. If you were right here in front of me,
yeah,
I would definitely have some major issues.
I love major issues. You have so many.
Yeah, well, you definitely.
Exactly, Casey.
You have the song ready for me?
Do I have my what?
Do you have the song ready for me?
I do.
Okay, what are you going to sing?
Okay, hang on. I got to take my shirt off. It's getting hot in here.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood what Kelp was saying there. I get it now. So they dropped the charge against him. They didn't drop that restriction. But why? Why wouldn't they charge him for as much as they can? I'd never understand what they're playing at with him.
Okay.
Oh, so you're almost naked right now.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense. They, didn't want to waste time going to trial about it.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
They said what you were here.
Okay, sing to me. Hurry up.
Okay.
I want to do some
Oh,
diddling.
jeez. How I'd love to diddle you.
Lulu Bob, I think this might be the call where he's winded for 5 minutes after shooting the white stuff. To be honest, I can't quite remember because unfortunately I've heard much more phone sex than probably of Lorne than people should. But yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's what he talks about, how much stamina he's got all the time. Pretty much 30 seconds of jerking it, and he sounds like he's about to have a heart attack.
Okay, so first thing though, so I can do it.
Okay.
Kelp, I don't have any of the transcripts actually from his recent probation violation. Do you? And if you do, would you mind give me access? I would love to read those.
If I had to live my life without you near me, my days would all be empty, and the nights would seem so long. With you I see forever oh so clearly. I might have been in love before, but I never felt this strong. We're too young and we both know to take us where we want to go. Hold me now, touch me now. I don't want to live without you. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you.
How does he keep singing through all of those noises?
One thing you can be sure.
G'day, Mandy S. What a time to rock up. This is Crestfallen and whoever else is on the call having phone sex with Lorne, essentially. And you are right, Kelp, he doesn't actually jerk it in this one. This is him singing for her pleasure, apparently.
I'll never ask for more than your love. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You wanna know by now how much I love you. You want me to change my whole life too, but nothing's gonna change my love for you. If the road ahead is not so easy, love will find a way for us. Like a guiding star, you will see forever oh so clearly. Might have been in love before, but never felt so strong. So come with me and share the view. I'll help you see forever too. Hold me now, touch me now. I don't want to live without you. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You wanna know by now how I love you. One thing you can be sure of, I'll never ask for more than your love. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You wanna know by now how much I love you. You want me to change my whole life too, but nothing's gonna change my love for you.
Jesus. Yes, what a treat to wake up to this, Ellison. Apologies, everyone, if this is how you're starting your day. And I think it's safe now, Dan Jones, for you to come off mute. I don't think there's any more. And Kelp, I do have a Discord login. I will flick it to you when I actually... I'll just look it up and find out what the numbers are, because I can never remember what those bloody numbers are after the hashtag.
Wow, that was amazing.
Yeah, I like what I'm hearing.
I know you do. Did it get you turned on even more?
Oh, yes. But I was just talking to you gets me turned on.
Wow. But that was even better, right?
Oh,
That just makes it even better.
Yes, it definitely was.
Oh, so good. Oh, soaking right now.
Oh, I wish I could lick you up.
I do too.
Every last drop.
No.
Yeah, that would be nice. Then some.
Yeah.
You have to go in there and dig for it.
Yes. Yes. And I will.
Oh. So are you working tonight?
Am I working tonight? No.
Yeah. Oh, you're not? Okay.
No, it's slowing down because mud season, because everything is, because the ground's thawing out and the snow's melting and it's all muddy and you can't get in the woods, can't go on certain roads.
Oh, okay.
So I might wind up getting laid off after this next week.
Oh, no. So what are you going to do?
Well, I'm like unemployment till I go back to work again. Well, unless I get this other job calls me that pays they said it pay me $67,000 a year. So I've been trying to get a hold of them, and I have to ride all the way down to Portland to do the job. It's only 3 days a week. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's got major benefits. So.
Right.
So I don't know, but I also have this 10-mile yard sale that comes up in May. At the end of May, that is every year, and I got a crap load of stuff so that I can make a lot of money on that. My cousin Erin, she's going to come up and help me sell the stuff because I've got so much stuff.
Yeah,
Her girlfriend
I can see from the pictures. Man, you have got some shit.
Yeah. You haven't even seen half of it.
Oh my god, you have got some shit.
I've got 3 sheds full of stuff.
Congrats, Lord.
That's crazy.
Stephanie was going to come up and help me too, but she got a thing in Missouri or Mississippi or somewhere on there that she has to go to for her work.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie is.
G'day, Clinton Barella. Yeah, a great way to start your morning, Lorne, singing to a climaxing ghost.
Stephanie is Aaron's girlfriend.
Okay.
Aaron is my cousin.
Okay. Nice.
That's such a.
No one cares. No one cares, Lorne. Like, she doesn't care. She's clearly disinterested, and you just keep talking. It's the same as Kayla. No interest whatsoever. Just carry on.
But Stephanie's not going to be here because that would be an extra hand.
Mm-hmm.
But at least Aaron will be here helping me.
You need a couple of hands, don't you? Handle that.
I do.
Big giant cock you have.
If you're here, I'm not sure that I'd be much good.
Well, I just want to make sure that you're definitely not talking to any other women. You're not making plans to meet up with them at some point in secret, because I'm not there to see it. Just because you did cheat on Kayla. I mean, you admitted that the first night that we called. Yeah, you were telling her the same stuff that you were telling me, how much you loved her and you didn't want her to be around other guys too. And you went out and you fucked somebody on your floor.
Well, that shows you how serious I was about Kayla. I told you I didn't want to go there. I never intended to.
Interesting.
It was a spur of the moment thing that I wound up going.
Bullshit. Planned every single day. 2 phone calls just before you go about how fucking excited you are. And what a piece of shit anyway. So he thinks it makes it any better if the scenario was he was, not that interested and he was out fucking all these other people. So essentially you think the story is better that you abused a little girl, showed her your cock repeatedly, had her experiment all this kind of stuff based on the fact that you were also fucking other people. You're a fucking disgrace.
It sounded like there was a lot of planning.
Well, there was a lot of planning, but didn't mean I was
But it
going to
was
follow through with plans.
so it was the type of planning that spurred the moment. That's crazy when that happens.
Said I was going to bring a pizza too.
But at least you brought the bracelet and the condoms that you talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought them right before I left. Actually, when I left, I went down to Walmart and got them.
Spur
Condoms,
the
I always
moment,
carry condoms in
Walmart
my truck
trips.
anyway.
Yeah.
I always carry condoms in my truck. I was out of condoms.
Were you out of cheap fucking bracelets as well?
Well, I guess it was the perfect time to go get them. You never know who you're going to run into.
Yeah.
I love In-N-Out.
If my dick goes in and back out, then my tongue's going in. If my tongue goes in and out, then my finger's going in.
You're going to put your tongue in after your dick's in there? Is that gay?
I'll put my tongue in first.
Are you going to eat me out after you come inside?
No.
No?
No, we gotta let that stuff do what it's gonna do. I'm not gonna eat my own cum.
Would you ever taste it?
No. I have no desire to taste my own cum. I will taste yours though.
What if I took some of yours and just wiped it on my lip and then you kissed me?
No.
You wouldn't kiss me?
I'd wipe your mouth off first.
I think that's so sexy though. It's kind of like pancake batter.
Well, I'll get your cum in my mouth and on my lips, and then I'll kiss you.
Well, we can do that too, but I would love it if you did the same.
I don't want to taste my cum.
You don't like pancake batter?
Good pancake batter.
G'day, Dark Atheist.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
It's cod batter.
Oh, God, you're fucking hilarious.
Well, I think it's kind of manly when guys do that. I think it's hot.
You think it's manly when guys taste their own cum?
Yeah.
I think it's manly when guys taste a woman's cum. And I want your cum in my mouth, and I don't want mine in my mouth.
Well, right now it's all over my finger. Should I lick it off?
Can I lick it off?
No. I'm not going to sit here for 10 hours and wait for you to get here. Oh, wait a minute.
You can't go there anyway.
It would take longer than 10 hours.
Yeah, especially since you have to get off probation.
Yeah. Yeah. That sucks.
Well, listen, I actually have to go. Try not to be sad, but I will talk to you again. So, I will talk to you later, okay?
All right. That sounds good.
Okay.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye, baby.
So that was that one. So pretty hard listening towards the end there. So I'll probably be wrapping it up pretty soon, but I do have an episode of the Lawn reality show ready to go. And this is actually the one where he explains to us all about what happened to Bud when he went to jail. So we might do that, and then we might call it a night/morning, depending on where you are.
Hello everyone. I'm making this video here because people have been asking what happened to Bud. So I figure I'll make a video and put it up here so that way people can watch the video and they'll know what happened to Bud. When I got involved in this thing, Bud was in my apartment, and after this thing happened, they wound up putting Bud in the Humane Society down there in Nashville, and I wound up selling my truck to pay for a friend of mine to go down and get all my stuff out of my apartment and to get Bud. Well,
Hey, no worries at all, Ghost of Tony Farmer. Thank you for being here. I kind of very different time for me streaming. I wasn't actually sure if anyone would, be around at this time. So it's been lovely to have so many of you here. So yeah, if you're heading off, mate, enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay. How do I say this? All right. What happened was a relative of mine fronted me the money.
And like just there, so he's like, deep pause, or how do I say this? So either you're doing that for dramatic effect, or what the fuck? I mean, you knew you were going to make this video. Why had you not prepared something like exactly what you were going to say? Why had you not prepared what you were prepared to reveal on this video or not?
To go down and get Bud. And he asked me what I wanted more, if I wanted Bud or if I wanted my truck. And so
Oh, that's great to hear, Kathy Mack. I'm really glad.
Without hesitation that I wanted Bud.
Munkle Fucker went to sleep with Cornville Three-Way and woke up with Cornville Three-Way. Apologies, Munkle Fucker. That's way too much Cornville Three-Way than anyone should have in their lives.
And so, but in order for me from front the money to me, I would have to sell my truck to get the money to pay him back. So that's what happened there. And when my friend went down to get Bud and my stuff out of my apartment, he at the Humane Society down there, he said in the 9 days that he was there, he had lost so much weight that it was hard for him to recognize which dog he.
So, Craig, are you saying that there has to be Ember who went and, did this whole truck and dog thing? If that's what you say, it wouldn't have been Ember. So he's talking about when he originally went to jail after the sting. So Ember was not, had never even talked to him. Like Ember wouldn't talk to him for 5 years or so until he got out. So he's talking about his original jail sentence, not his one for parole violation.
It was hard for him to recognize Bud. So evidently the Humane Society down there didn't do too well by their animals. So I wasn't very impressed with that. But another relative of mine.
Yeah, right. Okay, Kelpill. So Mama Gwen knew the ones who got Bud. So is this, from what you've been able to put together from those letters, is this person that he's talking about the same one in there, or is this basically a load of bullshit that he's spouting?
Wound up taking Bud in for a short time. She had her own dogs also, and kids and all that, and they already knew Bud, and Bud knew them. So, but she took him in, but after a while, she had to.
Ellison K and Craigo and Munkle Fucker thinks I've been caught out for cheating on all of yous. I never even meant to do it.
To give him away to someone else, because she had a lot of mouths to feed already. So Bud had puppies with another dog that I had, and that dog wound up getting.
Oh, okay, Craigo, you're behind the stream, and we're asking, would that Emma doing the moaning during phone sex? So that was pretty sure that was Crestfallen, and maybe even one other of the guys that were on the call. But it was definitely Cresty.
Out of the fence and running away, and she didn't. Well,
I do, Kathy Mack. I just can't help myself. You know, you're all just far too lovely, so I've got to spread myself around.
she must have lost her collar somewhere along the way, but she wound up running to another town and wound up at some people's houses, and they took her in. And I had another relative that was working for a case.
Yeah, definitely Cowpill. I don't buy for a second that Bud had gotten thin and the weak heels in the main society. Like, I mean, certainly, you know, he may have been stressed in that. He may have lost a little bit of weight, as dogs do when they get stressed in that. But it's just him trying to make out, you know, what a bad situation it was. You know, the fact that they did this, you know, nearly killed Bud and all this kind of shit. And then, like, the crap he says at the start about how the person went down and said, you know, it's basically one or the other, the truck or Bud. Like, that's just him trying to sound like he's a great guy, where it's like, oh, I said Bud, you know, straight away, of course. I mean, you're not getting that option. I mean, the guy is talking about basically recouping money in that. You don't recoup money with dogs. Dogs, you know, are invaluable for what they you know, bring to your life. But him keeping Bud would cost him money, not recoup money like selling your truck. So spare us the hero bullshit, Lorne.
Company that was for DirecTV, and he was installing a dish there at their house, and he recognized my other dog, the one that had run away. That Bud
G'day, Lisa Barton and Dr. Cassandra Elizabeth Vaughn. Great to see you both.
had puppies with, and so he told the people that he knew whose dog it was, and they had told him to ask me if I wanted her back, and at the time I was incarcerated. I had just gotten incarcerated. So he said that they treated her really well and all that. And so she was happy in being there and all that too. So I just told them that, you know, just let them keep her. It was an older couple. So with Bud, my relative took Bud over to the same people's house to see if they would like to have him. And they took Bud in, and so Bud was with the dog that he had already, that was up mine to begin with, and he had puppies with before. So they both got along really well, obviously. But that's
Morning, Large Farvatron.
where Bud ended up going.
And Honorary Bogan.
In which that made me very happy, because they treated my other dog really well. My relative told me, and so I know that Bud got treated really well. So, but there you go, and that's what happened to Bud.
G'day, Killdeer. Yes, I was streaming when most people went to bed, and now when they wake up. You know, we just covered off with Alison Kay and Craigo and Munklefucker that, you know, I've been cheating on them because everyone went to sleep with me. So look, you know, I've already had my ass chewed out about it, or whatever the fuck Lorne says. So g'day, Gorilla Face Grin. Yeah, so where you can catch a stream in the UK, how's it going? It's going really well, and that's why I wanted to do this stream, because I know there's quite a few people that can't catch my stream at the usual time that I do. So I was hoping that a few people, you know, could catch it at this time, which just seems like the case, but also a few of the other ones that can as well. And g'day, Sheffrey. what was that, large Father Tron? I heard the kind words you said last night, C3, while I was doing some housekeeping. Thank you. No, I meant every word of it, mate. You know, love your streams. It's always exciting to see when one comes up. So, meant every word. And g'day, size of a beetle bug. And yeah, good night. Chuck Norris is my uncle. Yeah, look, guys, I'm probably going to wrap it up there. I only had the one call planned, and I only kind of decided to stream fairly late in the piece. So I don't have another one queued up, which is a bit of a shame because it seems like quite a few have jumped on at the end here. And g'day, Asbury Brad. But I will be streaming again, tomorrow for me, but later tonight for most of you. So it's going to be a Christmas themed one, and on my community tab is a poll to pick the call that you guys want to do, because I want it to be about you guys. I want you guys to pick the call, and we'll go from there. So please vote on that. But look, thanks so much for being here, guys. This it's always so much fun streaming with you guys, and I agree, Cal Piltron's streams are the best, even though he should be banned. And yeah, so thanks very much, guys. Going to talk to you again soon. I'm going to stop rambling on, as I have a habit of doing. And enjoy your day. If you're working today, hopefully work treats you well. If you're not working, do something fun. And g'day, hey boo. I guess g'day, goodbye at the one time. So I'm going to play us out with some Everclear, guys, and I'll see you again a little bit later in tonight. Delete your archive.